The USS Zheng He served as a Federation starship of the Inquiry class and was under the command of Starfleet during the late 24th and early 25th centuries. It is likely that the vessel was christened in honor of Zheng He, the notable 15th-century Chinese admiral. In the year 2399, acting Captain William Riker took command of the Zheng He as part of a fleet assigned to protect Coppelius. The vessel was later part of a Starfleet armada assembled to confront a massive singularity that emerged from a spatial anomaly. During this mission, the ship faced a brief compromise when the Borg Queen assimilated the USS Stargazer and acquired its command codes. An agreement was eventually reached with the Queen, leading to Zheng He collaborating with the Borg in an effort to divert a significant energy discharge. In response to escalating threats from various adversaries, the Inquiry class departed from the traditional design of exploration cruisers, emphasizing formidable armament and reinforced armor. These starships featured advanced technologies, including ablative armor systems derived from Borg nanite technology, quantum torpedo launchers supported by onboard manufacturing capabilities for gradual resupply, and dual phaser systems. In this size comparison, let's begin by discussing the Enterprise A, which measures approximately 305 meters, or roughly 1,000 feet in length. Continuing with the tradition, newer generations of Starfleet starships are becoming both faster and larger in size. The Inquiry-class ship dwarfs the Enterprise A in size, measuring approximately 631 meters or 2,070 feet in length. While there isn't much detailed information available about the Zheng He, in the finale of Picard's first season, Riker referred to it as the toughest, fastest, and most powerful ship Starfleet has ever commissioned. The formidable heavy cruiser boasts the capacity to house approximately 500 officers and crew members, spanning a total of 17 decks. It can smoothly traverse the cosmos at a cruising speed of warp 8, with the capability to push its limits to a maximum warp speed of 9.95. The USS Zheng He boasts a more contemporary design, characterized by its sleek layout. While the design doesn't push the boundaries of innovation, it retains the classic saucer, engineering section, and engine assembly configuration. Much like its Starfleet predecessors, the main bridge is situated at the uppermost and central part of the primary hull. As the ship descends toward the secondary hull, its shape strongly echoes the design of the Voyager, which slopes gracefully toward the rear shuttle bay. The curves on both ships align along a similar trajectory, rising gracefully toward the spine of the Inquiry-class vessel with that same elegant curve. In line with standard Starfleet design, this ship is equipped with a pair of warp nacelles. On the ventral hull, you'll find a pair of warp field governors, one on the port and one on the starboard side of the primary saucer section. What sets the Zheng He apart, particularly, is its deflector, which breaks away from the typical Starfleet ship design, adding another layer of intrigue to the ship's architectural uniqueness. Positioned beneath the saucer section, behind a grid-like hull, this deflector stands out. Another distinctive feature is the forward landing bay, which is rather unusual for a Starfleet vessel. However, this design choice aligns with the practicality and efficient deployment of shuttles and cargo. Furthermore, you can trace a design lineage in the shoulders, flanking the primary hull, reminiscent of the NX-01. Moreover, the primary hull is equipped with numerous escape pods for emergency situations. The Inquiry-class bridge was similar in design to the USS Discovery bridge. The primary bridge was situated within the central section of the ship's primary hull. In the heart of this chamber sat the captain's chair, allowing the commanding officer to engage seamlessly with the entire bridge crew. The remaining duty stations were aligned along the periphery of the bridge, including the communication stations. Positioned just behind the captain's chair was the science station, and the bridge featured 2 turbolifts for swift access. Adhering to customary design, the primary view screen occupied the forward section of the bridge, with the operations officer and con officer stationed immediately behind it. Towards the rear of the bridge, you would find the captain's ready room and the server bay. Directly facing the rear wall were the engineering and tactical stations, and an adjacent door led to the corridor and the bridge's restroom. Before we delve further into the cross-section of the Zheng He, I'd like to note that this cross-section is modeled after the USS Downton, an Inquiry-class vessel with the registry NCC 75522, which bears a resemblance to the Zheng He. The crew quarters occupy the foremost section of the ship. Distinctive to this vessel is the forward hangar bay, which sets it apart from traditional Starfleet vessels. Adjacent to this area, you'll find the targeting sensors and holodecks. Beneath the hangar bay, you'll discover the navigational and planetary sensors. Towards the center of the saucer section, you'll find the sickbay, holodecks, and the main computer core. Above the computer core, you'll encounter the main bridge and the subspace antenna. Similar to the other Starfleet vessels near the front of the engineering hull, there was the navigational deflector, the ventral phaser array, and a secondary computer core. In the midsection of the engineering hull, you'll find the warp core and the main engineering area. Above the EPS system, you'll come across the deuterium tanks and the freshwater storage. Towards the lower part, there's the antimatter storage and the EPS system. At the rear end, you'll encounter the aft hangar deck for the shuttlecrafts and the aft torpedo launcher. And finally, on the nacelles, you'll find the warp coil, along with the plasma injectors. In general, the Inquiry class shares many similarities with other Starfleet vessels, but it boasts a more contemporary and stylish design. The USS Zheng He represented a novel starship design previously unseen in the Star Trek universe. The entire assembled fleet followed a similar blueprint to that of the Zheng He, featuring slight variations in warp nacelle placement and hull detailing. Strikingly, none of these ships bore any visible labels indicating names or registry numbers. Captain Riker described the Zheng He as Starfleet's most formidable vessel ever deployed, underscoring that the substantial presence of such vessels was intended to symbolize a significant demonstration of military capability. The class's propulsion systems were state-of-the-art for the era, surpassing the earlier Vesta class with a sustained cruising speed of warp 7.5. Although the Inquiry class lacked the ability to employ mission pods like the Nebula or Luna classes, it remained a modular design due to its capacity for removing and replacing large sections of its superstructure. This flexibility allowed for the installation of mission-specific equipment when necessary. So, what are your thoughts on the USS Zheng He? Let me know in the comment sections below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.